My husband was cheating on me while our newborn was on NICU. We were high school sweethearts. I think that term is kind of cheesy, but I guess it's what we were. Once we were together, we were together. We were a package deal from then on. It wasn't by design. I didn't plan to only ever have one serious boyfriend and marry him. We both had many opportunities to date other people. He was just it for me. I loved him so much and we really seemed like the perfect match. Most of our family and friends would have said the same. We were that couple that was so sick and sweet and in love with each other that you're always sort of annoyed with. I'm sorry to all my family and friends who had to be around all our PDA. We got married at 21 and 22. We knew we wanted to marry each other, and we saw no reason to wait. It had nothing to do with sex. Neither of us married as a virgin. Nobody tried to discourage us getting married, even though it wasn't the norm for people our hour to get married amongst people we knew. It was almost like everyone expected it, and the reaction was more like, what took so long? I was 25 when we had our first baby, a girl. The pregnancy was planned. I got pregnant pretty quickly when we first started trying, but had a miscarriage. I got pregnant with my oldest daughter very soon after. We were happy, but I now realize I was a lot happier about being a parent and all the domestic stuff. He still wanted to act like we did when we were younger and childless. He still wanted to have fun, hang out with friends, spend money on his hobbies. When my daughter was 3, we decided to try for another baby. I don't think he cared too much either way, but I wanted another baby and he seemed fine with it. I didn't get pregnant quickly that time. After trying on our own long enough, we did fertility testing and in the end had to resort to IVF. We spent all our savings on it. It was a very stressful time, and that's when the cracks started to show. I'm not blameless. I was too busy trying to get pregnant that I didn't realize what was happening to our relationship. I got pregnant with triplets via IVF. We knew multiples were a possibility, but realistically I thought twins at most. I actually really wanted twins and was hoping for it. It was most likely going to be my last pregnancy. When we found out it was triplets, I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. My life became solely, obsessively about this pregnancy and successfully carrying 3 babies to term. At 24 weeks I had complications and was put on bed rest. I'm a hairstylist, so I had to quit my job. The babies were born via emergency C-section at 29 weeks. They almost died. It was very touch and go for a while. They were in the hospital for a long time. I was there every day. I knew he was stressed. Financially, we were in a bad place because we'd spent our savings on the IVF. Then I had to quit my job. Now we had 3 babies, plus our other child to provide for. I don't think I was a very good partner. I was almost entirely focused on being a mom. When the babies were in the NICU, he would come visit them a few days a week. He was too busy the other days. He didn't seem that interested in really caring for them or holding them skin to skin as we'd been encouraged to do. He'd just want to pop in, see that everything was okay, maybe sit there and play on his phone, then leave. I found out he cheated on me when I was with our babies in the NICU. It wasn't like a long-term thing with somebody, but he had been talking to another woman and slept with her a few times during that period. The woman told me. She didn't know he had newborn babies in the NICU when they were screwing, but when she found out she apparently felt guilty enough to end it and make me aware. He tried to blame the stress, the pressure he was under, me ignoring him. That's not how good man reacts to those things. I was still willing to try to repair things if he was truly sorry and wanted to work with me. I thought he would. Instead, he told me he didn't really want this. Marriage and family wasn't really for him after all. He told me he couldn't deal with it. 3 babies with health problems requiring ongoing specialized care and therapy was more than he signed up for. So we got divorced and he walked away. He's not involved in any of our children's lives, not even our oldest daughter who was nearly 6 years old when the man she knew as daddy just decided he didn't want to be her daddy anymore. I'm still heartbroken over it. I don't know how I survived the initial heartbreak though. The pain of what he did was unbearable. Only recently can I actually utter his name again. Prior to that, his mad wasn't allowed to be said in my presence. I'm a single mom to 4 kids, living on the salary of a hairstylist. They receive child support, but it's not a huge amount. It helps but doesn't make ends meet. I was able to find a small house to rent not far from my parents. I'm lucky to have family and friends in my corner. But even with their support, I'm so overwhelmed every day. I'm constant and worried about money. I've paid so many bills late that my once excellent credit has tanked. Nobody can be here to help me with all of the day-to-day things. The triplets are relatively healthy and have no major life-threatening health issues, but they do have some things that require specialized care. 2 of them are in physical therapy. I guess I'm just posting because it's the 2-year anniversary of when I went to the hospital and was put on bed rest. My baby's birthday is something joyous that I celebrate and am so thankful for. We'll be celebrated their 2nd birthday soon, which is amazing considering I still remember when we didn't know if they'd make it through their 2nd hour or 2nd day. This time of year also triggers bad memories of the implosion of my marriage, and when this person I literally would have died for turned into somebody. I don't know. I've been having a particularly stressful week. It's the middle of the night and I've been sitting here awake worrying about things. I'm feeling so much anger which I'm trying to move past and not live in constantly. I know my friends and family are tired of hearing it. I just don't understand how somebody I loved so much, with all my being, could do this to me and our family. I know he loved me once too. To not even want to see your kids? He's just living his life like we never happened. We don't talk. There's no communication. He's erased us from his world. Subscribe and like for more videos.